So, welcome back to another daily transfer update, and today, as you can see by the thumbnail, we're going to be discussing Lacazette, Lozano, Mahrez and Danny Welbeck. Let's start with Danny Welbeck because Unai Emery, after the Brighton draw, the disappointing draw, he has actually said that Danny Welbeck will be leaving the football club. He won't be offered a new contract, and you know what? I make him absolutely right. I don't think Danny Welbeck was ever the quality to play for Arsenal in the first place. The story goes that the previous manager was refereeing a game in the Vatican, I think it was, a charity match or something stupid. England were training at London Colney. Ivan Gazidis was panicking because it was deadline day, and they looked out the window. Gazidis looks out the window and goes, Danny Welbeck, yeah, he'll do. Man United want rid. Man United must have been laughing all the way to the bank that we paid £16 million for him, because he weren't even Man United standard, let's be real. And yet again, he is another one of the rejects we have taken from Man United. I feel quite sorry for him in a way, because he's had two massive injuries since he's been at Arsenal. But ultimately, when he has played, he has failed to live up to the hype. For a striker, he doesn't score anywhere near enough goals. As a left winger, he can't dribble past people. All he's got is kick and run. He's a good utility player to come on with 20 minutes to go if you want a bit of work rate. But ultimately, he ain't good enough for Arsenal Football Club. So that is one down, one off the list, and 90 grand a week saved. That can be put elsewhere, that can fix maybe a defensive issue or even a winger issue. Because we badly need wingers next season. Every single team, top team, uses quick, pacey wingers and then uses a striker up front that drops as a false nine and gets involved in play as well. And that's the way to go. That is how teams are going all over Europe. But with Arsenal, we don't seem to have done that yet. We're playing catch up as usual. Obviously, we've got Reiss Nelson out on loan. He will come back. But again, he's another one. People are telling me he's a winger. He's not really a winger. He's a number 10 that can play on the wing and has played on the wing. He's had a good loan spell as well. He's done fairly well out there. So that is somewhere where we need to strengthen. But obviously, Reiss Nelson can come in. Maybe he'll hit the ground running with us. But Danny Welbeck, thanks for the goal at Old Trafford. But it's time to say goodbye. On to Alexandre Lacazette. This story will not go away right now. It's every single day this is being reported that Barcelona want Lacazette for a fee in the region of 70 to 75 million pounds. Now, we paid 50 million pound for him. He was supposedly joining Atletico Madrid before we signed him, but then they got a transfer ban. So we swooped, we got him, and he's been our player of the season, hence why he won it. Doesn't do it enough for away from home for me, but none of the team do it away from home, and it's kind of hard if you're the striker and your midfield don't do it for you. So, you can't do it all on your own, can you? But at the end of the day, if Barcelona come calling, 9 times out of 10 the player's leaving and going there, would I blame him? Not one bit, not one bit. He is genuinely our best player. I think that's a given. We've seen that, and I know it sounds stupid because he has been voted player of the season. But all season, he has been our best player. He's been our most consistent player. He's the one that drags the team through most of the time. He's the one that actually has work rate and tracks back and presses and tries to make things happen. Maybe the rest of them should have that, and maybe we would have been a better team this season. But if Barcelona come calling and they want to throw 70 to 75 million pound at us, I'd be inclined to take it, I'll be honest. That could then fund two wingers, or maybe even defensive side of it as well, maybe a couple of centre-backs. But I do think that if they come in with a bid for 70, 75 mil, we have to take that. Take it, reinvest it back in the team. If we're not going to reinvest it back in the team, don't take it. It's as simple as that. But, it'd be sad to see him go, but ultimately he's been here a few seasons now and we are still Europa League level. So, I don't know. Maybe the team around him ain't great. Maybe he's not doing it away from home. Who knows? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's all of them things put together. But like I said, Barcelona need to replace Luis Suarez as well. He's coming towards the end of his career. They're obviously going to be on the prowl and the transfer window opens in, I think it's the 16th of May the transfer window opens. So listen, if this is a deal that can go through and it is going to be around that sort of fee, get it done early, go and invest the money somewhere else. Let's talk about some wingers. Let's talk about Mahrez to start off with. This is a player that I rate massively. We should have signed him instead of Man City signing him. They've not used him anywhere near enough. I know he's played a lot of games. He's been involved in 42 games this season, but he hasn't really hit the heights at Man City. But in saying that, Man City have got a fantastic squad, an unbelievable squad. But when you see Mahrez at Leicester and then you see Mahrez at Man City, it's a totally different player. And that's because he's in and out of the team all the time, because they've got so much quality. They've got Bernardo Silva, they've got Leroy Sané, they've got Sterling, they've got Aguero, they've got all these top draw players. So he hasn't really, for me, hit anywhere near the heights. This season he's bagged 11 goals and got 11 assists in all competitions. He played a part in 26 of the league games out of 37. That's not anywhere near enough. He would walk straight into Arsenal's starting 11. He'd walk straight into that right wing or left wing. You could play him as a number 10 if you wanted to. He is genuinely a top draw footballer when he is in full flow, and he is a joy to watch. The season they won the league, he was unplayable. Unbelievable player. Man City obviously paid a hell of a lot of money for him. So this would cost maybe 45, 40 million. Maybe a tad more, 48, something in that sort of region. But like I said, if Lacazette is going to go to Barcelona and that does happen, then that could be invested in a Mahrez. It could also go towards a Herbert Lozano on the opposite side. So then you've covered two winger spots. Then all you need to do is go and get a couple of centre-backs, a left and a right-back, and that is our summer shopping list complete. Herbert Lozano, another one, genuinely rate this geezer. He's been linked heavily with Napoli. He's got a buyout of about 36 million quid apparently, which is nothing in this market right now. For me, again, another one, it's a no-brainer. If this guy is available, which he clearly is, at the right price of 36 million quid, go and buy him. Not only can he play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play down the middle. He is lightning quick and he knows where the back of the net is. This season, he has played 40 games, been involved in 40 games, 21 goals, 12 assists. Him and Mahrez are both under contract until 2023 as well. Not that that means anything for Lozano, because like I said, he does have a buyout clause. But for me, we've got to be going for wingers. Iwobi, Mkhitaryan, they have not cut the mustard this season. I would keep Iwobi. I'd keep him as a bench player. I'd keep him on the bench. I'd keep him as a utility player because he can play at number 10. He can play left wing. He can play right wing. But I would definitely be getting rid of Henrik Mkhitaryan because that guy is on ridiculous money in comparison to Iwobi. Iwobi's reportedly on about 40 grand a week. Mickey's on 5 times that. So it's a no-brainer. You get rid of the one that's being paid 5 times more than the other one. You keep the other one on the bench that's not really holding you back from signing any other players. So that's what I would do. I'd be all out going for people like Lozano, people like Mahrez. Like I said, if the Lacazette deal does happen, listen, there's no smoke without fire. They need to replace Luis Suarez. He's getting on now. Fantastic player, but he's coming towards the end. So if they're prepared to throw 70, 75 million pound at us, I think we should take that, and I think we should reinvest that in 2 players. Maybe stick Aubameyang down the middle, stick Mahrez on the right, Lozano on the left. Then you've got Torreira in midfield. Go and find somebody to stick next to him. And then, I don't know, maybe somebody in the hole behind. Who knows? Maybe a 4-2-3-1. Depends what formation Emery wants to play again next season. But then you've got the likes of Reece Nelson and Iwobi who can come off the bench. They can start cup games. They can start the odd league game every now and again. And then you can rest some of your bigger players and then throw them on if you need be, and vice versa. And it's all about managing a squad and all about improving a squad. And if this board are genuine about us being title contenders and competing with Europe's elite, remember that one they spun us all years ago? If they are genuine about that, then they'll throw some money at it this summer and they will actually go and buy some proven quality. And not just proven quality in Europe, some proven quality from the Premier League. Because there is a lot of good players in this Premier League, not just at the big clubs, But we've seen the likes of Wolves, Watford, Everton, Leicester, even some of Burnley's players, centre-back wise, are decent. Some of Brighton's centre-backs are decent. So there is a lot of quality in this league, and we should be shopping for some of that. All the time Fergie used to win the league with Man United, this following season he'd go and strengthen, and he'd go and buy the best player from the Premier League that did not play for Man United. That's what we need to start doing. Go and compete with these clubs. Go and compete with the Cities and the Liverpools if you want to be on that level. But we shall see. I'm out of it. Laters, peeps.